Salut à tous, hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel Learn French at Zenith. Je m'appelle Anamika, my name is Anamika and I am the founder of Zenith School of Foreign Languages, a language enthusiast and a language expert and French language content creator. If you are new here, then I would definitely suggest you to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon so that you do not miss any notification. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I also have a podcast with the name French O'Clock by Zenith. You will find all the links in the description box. So the other day I posted a question on Instagram asking what is the most difficult thing that you find while learning French language. And most of the people, they gave me two answers. Number one, speaking. Number two, listening. Listening, okay, when an Indian is trying to speak to you or somebody of the similar nationality is speaking in French, you kind of understand that to some extent. But what if you're listening to a native? I think there you face the problem. You sometimes you do not understand the words. They speak very fast at times and just goes above your head. So how are you supposed to solve that problem? How are you supposed to improve that? This is going to be the topic of discussion in today's video. So how to improve your listening skills for your DELF exams, or for that matter in your general life, how you can improve this particular section, this particular part of language. Imagine a situation where you're sitting for your DELF exam and you understand each and every word clearly in your compréhension de l'oral. How will you feel? Or you're watching a French movie or a series and you understand every dialogue that is being said in the program. How are you going to feel? How can you achieve that perfection? Let's discuss. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to achieve that perfection today. All right, let's start. Number one, focus on each and every word. You got me right. You have to keep the track of each and every word. I know it sounds very difficult and very challenging, but this is how you have to start. The strategy of just focusing on the keywords, it's not going to help you in long run. Remember, when you are in a conversation with somebody, you would want to understand the entire context, the entire meaning, the entire conversation. And for that, you have to go back to your basics and work on the words and the accents. You have to listen to the audios, you have to listen to the native speakers and pause and trace each and every word that is being used in that particular monologue or a conversation. So this way you actually get familiar to the French accent, you understand the diction, the pronunciation, and it's really not very difficult during the exams, DELF exams, where you're sitting in number in one class and the audio is being played. What if someone sneezes or someone drags the chairs and creates some kind of noise? You're gone, all right? So to prevent that, what you have to do, you need to start practicing from day one, understand the language properly, not just the keywords. I mean, it sounds a bit challenging, but trust me, I have tried, I have tested it in my learning experience and it has really, really worked for me. In fact, I always practice like this with my students in the sessions where we trace each and every word from day one, and trust me, it is very, very effective. Let me show you how.
Allô, c'est Solange.
What did she say?
Allô, c'est Solange.
Allô, c'est
Blanche. Former le dîner.
Je t'appelle pour confirmer.
Dîner samedi soir à la maison. Vous pouvez venir vers 20h.
What did she say?
Vous pouvez venir à 20h.
Vous pouvez venir.
Venir à
20. The verb pouvoir and venir is to come. Vous pouvez venir vers 20h. What is vers? Vers means
around.
donc vers
20h. Ah, est-ce que vous pouvez apporter 2 baguettes?
Est-ce que vous devez apporter Vous pouvez apporter deux baguettes.
Est-ce que vous pouvez apporter 2 baguettes? Can you bring 2 baguettes? Est-ce que vous pouvez? Est-ce que is like, one of the forms of interrogation. Is it that you can bring?
Nous avons aussi invité friend to name Michelle.
Nous avons aussi invité Didier et Michel.
Nous avons aussi invité Didier et Michel. Ils apportent le dessert, une tarte aux pommes. Bon, alors, à samedi.
It's the first time we are listening something and we understood every word.
Yeah, but that skills which you can also try by yourself.
Such a great feeling when you understand each and every word, isn't it? So, this clip was from one of my sessions where we actually practiced this strategy. In fact, I do it with all the batches, whether it's A1, A2, B1, B2, and it does work. All right, tip number 2. So, we all love watching content on YouTube and on Instagram, and we spend so many hours doing the same. And we all love watching a particular kind of content. For example, I personally love watching motivational videos, the guided meditations. So, what you can do is probably you can change the language of this content. You can look for some French motivational speakers or French travel vloggers for that matter, anything that you like, but in French. This way, you will do the things that you like the most, but in French language. And of course, you will stay in touch with the language and you will be consuming a lot of French, which definitely you can reflect when you speak. Do let me know in the comments if you're already following some. Tip number 3, summarize all that you hear. So, whenever you watch a video in French, or you listen to a podcast, or you watch a movie for that matter, always try to sum up whatever you have understood in French, in writing, or in speaking form. So, this will help you to improve your retention. You will be able to hold a lot of things in your mind. And not just this, you will be able to analyze whatever you have understood. You'll be able to comprehend and you'll be able to write or speak what you have heard in your own words. Tip number 4, passive listening is a no. So, passive listening is not always encouraged. All right, sometimes yes, you can do it. For example, if you are in the kitchen doing some work, or you're driving, or you're doing exercise, you can definitely, listen to some podcast, or maybe put some video in the background and listen to it. But it is not going to help you in long run. Eventually, you have to sit and work on the tracing of words, something which I explained in point number 1. You have to understand the context properly by focusing on each and every word that you listen to. Understand, quality over quantity. You listen to 1 minute video or 2 minute, but do it properly, listen to it properly. It should not be like that you're listening to a 30-minute video, or a 40-minute podcast, and you've understood nothing out of it. So, quality over quantity. Listen less, but make sure that you are understanding everything. Alright, so if these tips make sense to you, then give a thumbs up, share it with your friends. We all have those friends who are struggling with their listening skills. Make sure you're subscribing to my channel as well. Hit the bell icon and tell me in the comments, how did you find this video? I would love to know your feedback. Hope you're following me on Instagram and Facebook. We have a very small community on Telegram. We do some live quizzes every Sunday. I have put the links of everything in the description box. If you have any question, any query related to my live sessions, then please contact me. The number is there in the description box. You can also email us. I will be seeing you with the new video very, very soon. Over.